Courtney.
Hi.
It's been a week.
Another week.
Yeah. How's this last week been for you?
It's been a little bit different in some ways that I threw out my back at cheer. When I was spotting girls, I did something to it and it kind of injured it, but I have ongoing back problems.
Mm-hmm.
They get in the way a lot when I try to exercise or if I overdo it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of rough, and I went to the gym this week and did moderate exercising, and it ended up kind of being really painful.
Mm-hmm.
And I just left really discouraged, and I feel like I don't want to go back because a lot of the time my back will be really sore the next day.
Yeah.
And it's hard because the back pain runs down my legs, so it's my back and my leg.
Everything. Yeah.
And so I just feel kind of frustrated and sad that I can't even attempt my goal
Right.
in some ways or reach it because my back is like a toxic cycle.
Yeah. And can you remind me what your goal was?
So my goal was to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week
Uh-huh.
and to drink water, but a couple sessions ago I had been really good at that goal, so we kind of just have been focusing on just the gym.
Right.
So
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm not a doctor, so I can't actually fix your back, but I can hopefully, we can learn to think this through and figure out what other kind of options we have.
sweet.
So we've talked about ABCs before in our therapy, so let's break it down so then we can know what we're working with specifically. So what would you think the action or the activating event is in this situation? What's the main thing that's happening that's a problem for you?
It would probably be just my back injury,
Yeah.
my back's hurt.
Your back is injured.
Yeah.
Okay, and so how have you interpreted that? What's your belief now about the situation or about you because of that?
Just that I'm a failure because I can't reach my goal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, I'm a failure.
yeah.
My back's hurt, I'm a failure. And then what's that done to you emotionally since computing that and coming to those conclusions because of the situation?
I've just been really sad because I'm someone who wants to always reach my goals,
Yeah.
and I get discouraged really easily. So probably just sadness.
Yeah, just bummed.
Yeah.
This isn't fun. Okay, so we're gonna do, we've probably done it before too, but we're gonna do a thing called the downward arrow to help kind of get to the core of what this means for you, because a hurt back for you may mean different things than for someone else.
Right.
But for you, it'll be your own thing, right? So at the end of the day, what would be so bad about not reaching your goal because of your hurt back?
I would just feel like a failure, and I think it would be because I've had a hurt back for a couple years, it would just be so discouraging to have this happen again.
Uh-huh.
And it would just be I would be a failure, and everyone would know it.
Uh-huh.
So
So what would be so bad about being a failure?
just that, nobody really wants to be a failure or be looked at as a failure.
Mm-hmm.
It means that you didn't do the job, or I guess reach the goal that you set out to do.
Uh-huh.
So it would just be people might judge me for it.
Okay, so what would be so bad about people judging you for that?
Just the casting, the doubt, they are doubting me, the abilities, they just don't, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing, but I just don't like people judging me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you've said that a few times that you don't want people to know.
Yeah.
So who are the people? What people would that be? Do we have names of these people?
Yeah, I have some friends that are aware, because this is for a class project, so people
Right.
in my class that we talk to on the weekly would know.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would know.
Yeah.
Some friends that I do go to the gym with would know. But I guess the people that I actually do know would understand because they know who I am.
Right.
So
you just said two things there, right?
Yeah.
These people, this amorphous blob of humans are gonna judge you, but then all of the people you just mentioned they would be fine with it?
Yeah, like
Okay.
they all know me for who I am, so they probably wouldn't be like as quick to judge.
Uh-huh. Yeah, are they jerks or like, who are these people?
No, they're like really nice people. They were not jerks. No
Uh-huh.
jerk friends in my life.
Okay, so you don't have like a specific jerk friend that you're worried about,
No, not really.
but the idea of the people freaks you out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes sense, and I'm glad to hear that you have nice people. So are you, like, what specifically are you worried about them, like, thinking?
I don't really know, like I guess just the judgment, but knowing now, like talking about it out loud, it seems kind of silly because they wouldn't really judge me.
Right.
So there's really no worries because they would probably just say, take care of your back,
Mhm.
get better,
Yeah.
come back when you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or they could be like, you think your back's hurt?
Yeah,
Lame excuse, Courtney.
they could do that.
Okay.
I don't know though.
Yeah. So, from like this point, like realizing that, but knowing you're still in this situation, on a scale of like 0 to 10, how like confident do you feel that you can like still make improvements in your goal?
Still making improvements, probably maybe like a 6.
Okay. Why not a 5?
Because like to still make improvements, there are like subtle things I can do that wouldn't upset my back, or that I could even do like exercises to kind of help rehab my back. So I might just
Yeah.
have to like reinvent my goal for the time being until my back's back to where it should be.
To the back's back.
Yeah, till the back is back.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Gotcha. Do you already know what those are? Have you done them before, or do
like
you
the
just-
exercises for my
Uh-huh.
back. Yeah, I've been in physical therapy before for like 3 years when my first back injury happened. So
Right.
like I'm well acquainted
You're
with
like,
the exercises.
I got it.
Yeah,
They might as well just give me a degree.
pretty much for physical therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like kind of a sad thing, but it's also like,
I've got like bragging rights, I guess.
yeah, yeah. All right. So from here, like, what do you think is next for your goals? Like, what can you do now?
I think I could like still go to the gym and just do like walking. I probably wouldn't like go run
Mm-hmm.
because that's really hard on
Yeah.
the back, the impact.
Uh-huh.
I could do like lifting weights and some core exercises just to like strengthen everything. I just have to I can't overdo it. So do everything in like moderation and scale it down from what I was doing.
Uh-huh.
My pool, or my gym has a pool in it.
Right, yeah.
And so a lot of the time just like being in the water will like
Uh-huh.
take the pressure off your back. So that also helps kind of rehab it, which always feels better.
Swimming or just like floating?
Swimming and floating. Like I
Yeah.
can't overdo it with swimming, but just like floating and kind of like lightly swimming,
Right, yeah.
treading water would be a good exercise for it.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. I think those are all really good ideas.
yeah.
I think you know better than me than what would be helpful, next.
Yeah.
So now at this point, after we've like broken it down a bit, your belief before was that you were a failure.
Mhm.
How true is that still, I think, in your mind?
A little bit, but not as much. Like I guess a failure in some ways would be like choosing to fail, and I'm not choosing that path. I just kind of had something like get in the way of it, but I'm still gonna try to like overcome it and just kind of redo my goal
Yeah.
until I can get back to where I was. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say like that I believe I'm a failure.
You would? You
Wouldn't.
So, being a failure, fact of life, or your like current belief setback? Which one?
Current belief, I don't think I'll always be a failure, and I don't think that's like a fact that I believe that I'll be a failure. I think I can like move on.
Yeah. And you already kind of are, I feel like. in your
Yeah.
brain.
I feel like I feel better talking about it out loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm I'm really excited to hear about like your changes on your goal and like what that does for you and your health and your beliefs and stuff. So you have to let me know how it goes.
I will.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.